Ukraine has signed a historic economic deal with the United States, granting Washington access to its rare earths minerals in exchange for establishing an investment fund. Ukraine's first Deputy Prime Minister, Yulia Sviridenko, was in the U.S. Capitol to sign the agreement on behalf of Kyiv. The deal stipulates that all resources will remain under Ukrainian ownership, with Kyiv retaining the right to decide on what and where to extract. The two countries also agreed that the 50-50 split on revenues is to only include new deals and licenses, excluding all ongoing projects from the fund. Kyiv says the agreement will also obligate Washington to help Ukraine attract more investment and technology. It also agrees that Kyiv is not financially indebted to the U.S., after Trump had insisted for weeks that Ukraine reimburse hundreds of billions of dollars in aid already delivered. Both parties also agreed that revenues from the investments will not be taxed in either countries as to yield the greatest possible results. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent hailed the new deal, saying that it will be of mutual benefit to both countries.
U.S. President Donald Trump has marked 100 days of his second administration. The U.S. leader claimed to have had the most successful ever start to a presidential term. However, polls suggest about 4 in 10 Americans, or even less, approve of how he is handling the presidency.
After 100 days back in the White House, America is a free, proud, and sovereign nation once more.
During a 90-minute speech, Trump focused heavily on immigration. The president showed a video of men being deported from the U.S. to a notorious prison in El Salvador and promised his supporters that his administration had just gotten started. During his speech, Trump also attacked federal judges after they had questioned the legality of using an ancient wartime act to deport people. The U.S. leader hit back that nothing will stop him in his mission to keep America safe. However, the U.S. public also expressed concerns about Trump's immigration policies, with roughly half of Americans saying he has gone too far over deportations. While roars of approval could be heard inside of the venue, more than 1,000 people protested outside, holding signs reading 100 Days of Lies, and Trump is destroying our democracy.
Germany's Social Democrats approved a coalition deal with Conservatives on Wednesday, paving the way for Friedrich Merz to become Chancellor. Nearly 85% of SPD members who voted backed joining the government led by Merz CDU and CSU bloc. The SPD finished third in February's election, but its support allows the Conservatives to govern without the far-right AfD. SPD leader Lars Klingbeil is tapped for Vice-Chancellor and Finance Minister, though critics question his fiscal experience. The SPD gets 7 ministries, including defense and labor, while the CDU takes posts like foreign and interior. The deal will be signed on Monday, May 5th, with Parliament expected to elect Merz as Chancellor on Tuesday, May 6th.
Cardinals gathered for their 7th General Congregation on Wednesday as they prepare for the conclave. As they left the venue, most of them walked through St. Peter's Square. Others, like Cardinal Philippe Barbarin, stopped by car to speak with journalists. He said he hopes the conclave will not last long. When asked whether the next pope will be from Europe, he replied that he will be a pope for the entire church. Although not eligible to vote due to their age, cardinals over 80 years old also attend the general congregations for their experience. We spoke to Cardinal Rosa Chavez.
Piena di speranza. Senza dubbio oggi comincia a parlare i nomi i candidati persone che non conosciamo quando si ascolta quello che dicono. Si pensa interessante.
Cardinals will continue to meet until the conclave, using this time to get to know each other better and form a clearer idea of whom they would like to elect as the next pope.